This conference will now be recorded.
Single inheritance is that done, ma?
You showed one example and you discussed about function overriding. So,
Okay. Function overriding, all those things we have discussed, no, ma?
just you showed one example of function overriding.
Okay. Dinesh, I think we have discussed all those things with you, right?
So I have listened until like just a second. Control structures, if and while,
Okay,
for
okay.
loop and
Then these people are ahead of your concepts.
okay.
Some like 2-3 classes they are ahead.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So single inheritance. Now write down next concept heading, ma. Next heading, hierarchical inheritance. Okay, now hierarchical inheritance. It is a process of deriving the characteristics from one base class to more than one derived classes, then it is called as hierarchical inheritance. Clear, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Stay. See here, we have got one class, that is class first, which is having get a, which returns a value, that is 10. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes or no? Next, we have got one more function which is holding a variable b with the value 20 and it is returning b value. That means get a function if you call it returns 10, get b function if you call it returns 20. Is that clear, Dinesh?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, see, we have got class second which is extending the features of first class. That means it is getting the features of first class to second class. Where here you can see we have got some function. Whenever if you call get a, it will go and pick up get a function from first class, that is 10. Then you are calling get b. Again, this will go and get b. It will call get b function from first class. That means 20. 10 plus 20, 30 will be printed over here. Is that clear, ma'am?
Okay.
Yes.
So this is one base class. This is one derived class. Okay. See, one more derived class is there. Same first class, I am deriving it to third class for performing subtraction. Clear, right?
Yes.
Hmm. Like this, one base class, two derived classes I have seen over here. If you want more than two derived classes also, basically hierarchical inheritance is one base class more than one derived classes. Here I have taken two derived classes into consideration. Clear, right? Yes
Yes.
or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's why this is called as hierarchical inheritance.
Okay.
Next. Now, see here. For both the derived classes, second class, see, for second class, I am creating an object and I'm calling sum function. See, control will transfer from here to sum function. This will execute your sum value. I am creating an object for third class. I am calling sub function. So that will execute subtraction. So the result, if you just check it out, if you just check it out, you'll get both sum as well as subtraction. Clear, right?
Yeah.
Any doubt so far?
Yeah.
What about you, Ma? Sindhu, Rashmi?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, fine. We'll go for next one. Written about multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. It is a process of deriving the characteristics from deriving the characteristics from one base class to another derived class where it derives the features from already existing derived class,
Can you repeat it, sir, once?
where it derives the features from already existing derived class. Okay, na?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can write down you can write down as another definition. It's a process of deriving the characteristics from derived class itself, deriving the characteristics from derived class itself, deriving the characteristics from derived class itself is called as multi-level inheritance. Clear, right?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
Mm.
Okay. See here, ma. I will draw a diagram and I can explain it. See, we will have one base class. From that, a derived class will derive the features. Okay, na?
Yes.
From this derived class, one more derived class it derives the features. That is multi-level. Okay, na?
Okay.
Again, it is not like we will stop at this point only. If you want, you can keep on extending. How many hour you want, you can derive it like this. Clear, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm. This is what called as multi-level. How this multi-level will be there? Let me show you right now. Okay, now? Now, see here, we have got class A1, which is having get A function and get B function. Okay, now?
Okay.
Which is having get A as well as get B. What get A is doing? It is returning 10. Okay, now?
Mhm.
What get B is doing? It is returning 20. So, this is our base class. From this class, I am deriving the features to B1 for performing sum. Clear, right?
Okay.
From this B1, multi-level is deriving for performing average. You can see sum by 2, average we are performing. Clear, right?
Yes.
Any doubt so far?
No.
Okay. For last derived class, we are creating an object. We are calling ABG. This ABG internally calls sum. Sum internally calls get A, get B. So totally, you can check it out. 15 is the result. Clear, right?
Yes.
Any doubt so far?
No.
Okay. Now we'll go for next concept. Ready on? Heading. Heading, that is constructor. Okay, now? Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Ready on heading? Constructor. What is meant by constructors? Hmm? What is meant by constructor? Any idea?
Like collection of objects or anything.
No.
Used for creating objects and with, yeah, and has the same name of as of the class.
Lakshmi, you know, ma, this
Uh,
concept?
yeah, I know, but is it for creating objects?
Okay, fine.
It
Right
has the
on?
same name as of the class.
Correct, correct. Hmm. Right on heading? Constructor. Constructor is a special member function constructor is a special member function which is meant for constructor is a special member function which is meant for initializing value of variables and objects. Okay, na? Any doubt so far?
No.
Okay. Now, what is this constructor? Basically, as I said, no ma'am, this constructor is meant for initializing value of variables and objects. Okay, na? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make a note. Next point. Constructor is special because constructor is special because constructor name will be same as class name. Clear, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Constructor name will be same as class name. Get out so far?
No.
Next. Ready? Next one. Rules to follow while defining a constructor. Okay, na?
Okay.
Rules to follow while defining a constructor. Yeah, what are the rules you need to follow, ma? Any idea?
No.
Okay. Ready? First one. Constructor should not be private. Constructor should not be private. Clear, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Next one. What happens if constructor is private? Is what the question. Most of the people will ask this. Is there anyone to answer this? What happens if a constructor is private?
I think
Hmm?
while running the program, it's going to get like error code if it is not
Next.
a private.
Okay, write down. If constructor is private, we cannot create an object for the constructor. We cannot create an object for the constructor. You know?
Okay.
Hmm. Next point. Next point is constructor should not have any return type. Constructor should not have any return type, not even void, not even void associated to it. Okay, no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Next. Constructor should not have written keyword within it. Constructor should not have written keyword within it. Clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. Next. What else? Variable declaration should not happen within the constructor. Variable declaration should not happen within the constructor. Clear, right?
Yeah.
Next. What else? Constructor should not be overridden. What is the meaning? Constructor should not be overridden. What is the meaning? Hmm? Hello?
Hello.
Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me. Constructor should not be overridden. In the sense, we should not have duplicate constructor, ma. Okay, na?
Okay.
Any doubts?
No.
Okay. Next thing. Okay, that's it. So these are the rules what we need to follow when we are defining the constructor. Okay, now?
So one question. Can I ask one question?
Yeah, ma.
Constructor should be default by default public, or can we have private constructors?
That's what I have mentioned, right? It should not be private. You can have a default, otherwise protected also.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Anything else? Okay. Fine. Write down types of constructors. Got the point, no, ma'am? Types of constructors. There are what is this? 3 types of constructors available. There are 3 types of constructors available. Those are hmm, those are tell me, ma. First one, default constructor. Okay, na? Those are default constructor. Second one, parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor. Third one, copy constructor. Okay, na? Default constructor, parameterized constructor. Third one, copy constructor. Clear, no, ma?
Okay.
Now, write down about default constructor. These are the constructors These are the constructors which are meant for initializing initializing value of variables which are meant for initializing value of variables with the parameters pass it to the constructor. Okay, na? Yes or no?
Yes.
Next. How this default constructor will be there, we are going to see that right now. Yeah, right? Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
See, what are the rules you need to follow while defining the constructor? Hello?
It should not be a private.
See here now. We have got public class default construct. We have got two variables. And this is what your constructor. Okay, now? See, it should not be private. See, it is public. Clear now?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So first rule I have followed. Next. Second rule is
No return type.
sorry.
No return type.
Yeah. See, no return type. Here we don't have any return type like void. We don't have int. Here I don't have any return keyword also. Clear, right?
Yes.
So second rule also I have followed. Next, third rule.
Should not have a return key.
That's what return keyword is not there. Next rule.
Variable declaration should not happen within the constructor.
Yeah. See, here variable declaration happened outside the constructor, not within the constructor. Clear, right?
Okay.
See, like this, all the rules I have followed. That's why this is called as constructor. Okay, na?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
If you are not following the rules, then instead of considering it as constructor, it will turn as function. Remember this point. Okay, na?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Now see here, we have got two variables and this constructor. When this constructor will get invoked, let me come to that bit later. See, default construct dc equal to new default construct. See, this portion is what called as your constructor. Okay, now?
Yes.
Now, what this portion will be doing is, it will look for constructor in your program. Okay, now?
Okay.
It looks for constructor in your program. If constructor is available, it will invoke that constructor. Okay, na?
Okay.
Okay. So control will go to that constructor. It is there. What it is doing, it is initializing a value to 10, b value to 20, then dc of a. That means we are calling a variable, that is 10, slash dc of b, that is 20. 10 by 20 gets executed and generates the result 0. Clear, right?
Yes.
Yes or no more?
Yes.
Yeah. Like this, see, for default constructor, the facility available over here is if a constructor is available, okay, na? It will invoke that constructor. If a constructor is not available, then it won't raise any exception for default constructor. Is that clear?
Yes.
Any doubts so far?
Mm.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Clear now? Okay. Next. Written about parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor. It is a constructor which initializes. It is a constructor which initializes value of variables with the parameters passed to the constructor. Okay, now? Hello.
Sir, for default constructor also you said the same definition. Is it same for both?
What I said, ma? Default constructor, you tell me?
It's meant for initializing value of variables
With the
with
default
the
values.
parameters passed to the constructor.
No, no. Default constructor will initialize this value of variables with default values.
Okay, it's a parameter.
Okay, okay. This is with parameters.
Okay.
Okay, now?
Okay.
Next. Parameterized constructor. Next point. Parameterized constructor need to be available within the class if it is getting used for object creation. Clear, right?
Yes.
Hmm. See, with respect to default constructor, if it is not available, no problem. Got my point, right?
Yes.
If it is not available, no problem. But parameters constructor, if it is not available, that will raise an exception. Remember this point. Clear, Nama? Sindhu?
Yes.
Hmm. Now, how this parameterized constructor will be there, we are going to see right now. Just a second, ma. Okay, na? Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
We have got two variables declared within the class. Okay, na? Two variables declared within the class, and we have got parameterized constructor. You can see. As per our constructor rules, all the rules I'm following: public, class name, it is matching. It is taking two parameters. See, int m, int n. Now you can see here we are creating an object for this particular class, and here this is what your constructor. See, as our class constructor is expecting two parameters which are of integer type, here I am supplying those two integer values. Is that clear?
Yeah.
That is expecting two values. Here I am passing two values. That is expecting integer type. Here I am supplying integer type. So 10 will be assigned to m, 20 will be assigned to m. Clear, right?
Yes.
That m value I am assigning to a, n value I am assigning to b. Clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then if I call DC of a, that means you will get 10. DC of b, you will get 20. So the result will be 10 plus 20, 30 will be displayed over here. Clear, right?
Yes.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. In this example, the variable name and the parameter name both are different. So there is no issue. Okay, na?
Okay.
Let's suppose if variable name and parameter name, if both are same, then what will be the scenario? Could you please tell me the output?
Get into the same. Because,
Sorry?
it comes on, if it is comes under like a copy constructor, the output will be like 30.
No, it is not a copy constructor. We are not discussing about copy right now.
Okay.
This is parameterized only. Yes. What is the result, ma?
It's showing errors, sir.
It will throw an error. Sindhu, what about you, ma?
Yes, it will throw an error.
Hmm?
It might throw an error.
It will throw an error. Okay. Next. Fine. Let me tell you the answer. See, here A equal to A we are mentioning. Okay, na? Are you getting my point?
Yes.
A equal to A. Which means, which A is which A?
So here the values are not defined exactly. Like both are similar, like A equal to A and B equal to B. So that's the reason it might throw an error.
Okay. See here, ma. Here A equal to A. Actually, how we are getting confused? Which A is which A? Whether it is variable A or parameter A, how we are getting confused? Even compiler also will get confused. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So when that gets confused, it will skip that particular statement execution. Okay, na?
Okay.
It will skip that statement execution. So that variable A will not get initialized with any of the value. It will be 0. Clear, right?
Okay. So the output would be 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
When it comes to this case also, b equal to b. Even here also compiler will get confused. It initializes b variable to 0 as it is not sending the value. Result will be 0. Okay, na?
Okay.
Hmm. So this is what the problem when you have parameters as well as variables same. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
To overcome this problem, sorry, ma. Anybody has any question?
No.
Okay, that's right. In these kind of situations, what we have to do is you have to use the keyword called as this. Written about this. This is a keyword. This is a keyword which is meant for initializing as well as referring current class components. Clear, right?
Yes.
See, basically this is a keyword for referring current class components more. Okay, na?
Okay.
Now that particular current class components, see here. Now this dot a means variable a, where normal a means parameter a. This dot b means variable b, normal b means parameter b. So we are assigning the values, and if you execute, you'll get the result as 30. Clear, right? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fine. This is what your parameterized constructor is all about. Previously we have seen default and now we have seen parameters. Now write down heading copy constructor. Copy constructor. It is a process of copying the values of other constructor to current constructor, then it is called as copy constructor. Clear, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, write down one more definition is there. It is a parameterized constructor. This is a parameterized constructor which will take object of same class as parameter. Clear, right?
Okay.
Basically, this is a parameterized constructor now. But normal parameterized constructor, it will take normal different types of values like integer type, float type, these kind of things as parameters. But this copy constructor, it will take object of same class itself as parameter. Clear, right?
Yes.
Yes.
When it comes to copy, what is the meaning of copy, ma? What is the meaning of copy? It is just like duplicating. Correct, no, ma?
Yes.
From some
Yes.
existing source, we will take a copy to our location. That is what copying. Correct, right?
Yes.
Xerox.
Yes.
In the sense, here we should have some more constructor. From there, we can copy the data. Correct, na?
Okay.
That means in our what you say program, we will be having one more constructor like default, otherwise parameterized constructor, where from that constructor, this copy constructor will copy the values. Got my point, right?
Okay.
That is what copy constructor is all about. How this copy constructor will be there, how to make use of this in Monday's session, we are going to start it up. Clear, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Get it, Shifa?
No.
Okay. Now, just I think I have provided my mail ID, Nama. Mail ID or phone number.